I think you figured out that blending modes are pretty cool, and we can use them in a lot of situations. I would suggest the best way to understand these things is to practice. Try adding images, try blending colors, try different things. You might not know this, but you can use blending modes with your brush tools. As a matter of fact, there are 2 additional blending modes if you're using a brush. If we come over here with our brush, well, let's do this first. I have a bunch of birds on the screen, a flock of birds. They are in a separate layer. I can move them all around. There's nothing behind them except this background right here. Let's say that I pick up my paintbrush tool right here. Choose a color, whatever color you want to use, and then you begin painting. Now you know what's going to happen. It's going to paint over anything that's there. I'm not saying I recommend you do this, but what I am saying is you can indeed paint over anything you want, thank goodness for undo. The 2 blending modes that are only available with brushes. If you come over here to the word mode, here they all are. If you decide to use a standard blending mode with a paintbrush, as we've gone over in this lesson, understand that the birds, the colors of the birds, would actually be the base color, and the color of the paintbrush would be the blend color. The result would be when you use one of these and paint over them. Here are the 2 new ones, though. Behind and clear. These are only available if you're using certain tools. If we go to the one behind, what that does is it makes sure that I can paint anywhere I want to, but it will not allow me to paint over any existing pixels. Now, you could probably achieve somewhat the same effect by creating a blank layer underneath this layer and painting it that way. But it doesn't allow me to paint over the existing birds in our case. It allows me to paint behind, if you will. That's the behind mode. The other one, I'm not sure exactly how wonderfully impressive this is going to be, but the clear acts like an eraser. Any tool that you pick up, like a paintbrush tool, and you go to the clear mode, when you use it, it's acting like an eraser. And that's all it's doing, but it will erase everything. So on top of all of the blending modes that we've looked at, and there's a few we actually haven't done yet, but on top of all the blending modes that we've looked at, if you're using a brush or a few of the other tools, you do have these 2 right here called behind and clear.